So today I wanted to do something which Ariu had requested, but otherwise I had an idea of introducing you through Dhammapada so that you can remember for whenever you practice. So that is what I wanted to do before we take up the Jhana, because that will check whether you are there or not there. So there's nothing like you are imagining it. So it's in Dhammapada verse 183, which normally people recite Sabba Papasa Akaranan Kusalasa Upasampada Satchitta Pariyodapanan Etena Buddhana Sasanam. So when I say that, it just, I would feel that it is just removing the Papa and then developing the Kusala, and that's it. But I missed the next one, Satchitta Pariyodapanan. And that's exactly what Jhanas are. Purifying your chitta. Etena Buddhana Sasanam. So let's see how this totally fits into it. Okay. So first thing I need to see is that Sabba Papasa Akaranan. So this is Adi Sīla. Okay, so if you ask, why are you following Buddha? It's Sabba Papasa Akaranan, which is Adi Sīla, not just Sīla, not just 5 Sīlas, not just going to a monastery and taking the precept. That doesn't work. Kusalasa Upasampada. Now, if I want to have Kusala all the time, then I should be in Jhana. So that would be Adichitta Sikh. Okay, to learn. And to be in second Jhana. Please remember, that's where we started our life. So you have to go back to that existence from where you started. Not anything in between. The minimum is second Jhana. Okay. Now that's there in 4.123 also, where you need to be there. No exceptions, no saying, I don't think so, I will do this, all that. That might be your misapprehension, but that's a fact. And it's there in Kolita Sutta 21.1, Kolita Sutta, he says, Tunni Bhava means second Jhana. So you need to be there. Okay. The best approach for life, meaning to maintain relationships as well as conducive, is for Jhana. And that is where Samma Samadhi ends. So Kusala Upasampada. Upa is near. Sampada is to get. So if you want to get whatever you want to get, either it is second or fourth. Nothing less than that. Okay. Satchitta Pariyodapanan, 4 noble truths, is Adi Panya Sikh. Okay. So that's what we are doing. We are having the Panya. Etena Buddhana Sasanam. This is the dispensation of the Buddha. So if somebody were to ask, why am I following Buddha? It is for these 4 reasons. Sabba Papasa Akaranan Kusalasa Upasampada Satchitta Pariyodapanan Etena Buddhana Sasanam. Okay, and people recite it without knowing what they are reciting. Or some people say it's a good vibration. Bullshit vibration. There's nothing called good vibration. It is not even vibrating. You should vibrate internally and take out the dirt. Okay. So let's understand. First thing is Adi Sīla. And Anguttara Nikaya 3.89 says perfectly well. What are you doing? Is you're doing Adi Sīla, Adi Chitta, Adi Panya. That's it. That's all is Buddha dispensation. Now, when do you get Adi Panya? 4 stages. Sotapatti, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, Arhat. This is how the Panya goes into. Now, Chirag had messaged something, since he's here, I'll cover this up when we are talking about it, is that first you need to know you are no different than the mind. Asuttava Sutta explains that beautifully. A normal person means he is in spiritual, will know that the body is passing away. But he will not know the mind is also passing away. He feels the mind exists continuously. It's not passing away at all. The chitta doesn't pass away. So when I'm saying my mind is acting, actually I am acting. There's nothing called mind is acting, mind is not listening to me. All those are good to talk words because that is how language is used. But in reality, it is the problem with adichitta adipanya. Okay. So when I start working on the Sīla, the basic thing I take up is the 5 Sīla. Pānātipāta, adhinna dāna, kāmeshu miccāchāra, mūsavāda, and then suramere, majjapamāda, thāna. This is Sīla, just to cool off, just to maintain. And when I maintain it, I become Sotapanna. That's it. So I have entered into the path. I have not yet traveled even 100 meters, so to say, on Buddha Dhamma. I've just landed in the stream, and hence it's called stream enterer. Once I'm a stream enterer, that means I'm in the stream, in the Buddha's dispensation. Now it is time for me to understand the nuances or the methodology, what I need to follow. This is not to be told to a Putu Jana because he is not able to understand. Then to know that I am the proper person to do this, I need to check 5 indriyas. It's a must for everyone. Number 1, do you have saddha, experiential faith? Not just faith as I believe in Buddha. Again, bullshit thing. Okay, you believe or don't believe, doesn't matter. Okay, now I need to check, have I understood what is Buddha? Then I go to the Sīlavanta Sutta, or I go to the Sekka Sutta, or some sutta to find out who is a follower of Buddha. So it's there. So I need to check whether I am on that path or not. If I am on that path, excellent. If I'm not on that path, then there is something wrong. So I wish to see if I'm saying I'm a follower of the Buddha or I'm a Sotapanna, I need to look at saddha. Then I need to see whether I can attain saddha vimukti. Okay. Meaning to say, if I claim to be a Sotapanna, then I have either understood the Dhamma or I have understood the saddha. Okay. Now, if I understood myself to be a Sotapanna, then the test I'm going to do is saddha with panya, cross, and see what happens. Do I get panya? Do I get wisdom? How do I find out? You go to Bodh Gaya or some monastery, some Tom, Dick and Harry monastery. Okay. And then I go inside. And what should I see? If I recognize the Buddha statue, by happen to recognize, not conventionally, in real, I understand. It means I have still not reached. Because I am not able to see Rupa, Vedana, Sanya, Sankhara, Vinyana. No, not it. So am I a Saddhanusari? Yeah, you are. Because that statue is not Buddha. Not at all. And nowhere it is Buddha. from whichever corner. Okay. Now, how do I verify it? The moment I see it, I should be able to recognize this is Buddha statue or whoever artist made it as Buddha, and also see there is no Buddha there. It's just Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu that's being there. And I'm able to see the Vedana, the feeling what I'm getting. If I make it Buddha, then I get emotions, positive emotions. So Sukha Vedana comes. If I hate the color or something and I find, oh, like in Bodh Gaya, they have different monasteries having different shapes of the Buddha. Okay, so none of them is perfect in any given thing. Chinese one is slightly fat, and Burmese one is one kind, and then the Thai has another kind. So each one have drawn the way they wanted to draw it, including the way they have put that, and earrings, nose, everything is totally different. Why is it different? Because nobody has seen the Buddha. It's Greeks who found out from Lakkana Sutta, they made it. And from that, people have made each one of these. So it know that it is fabricated. It is sankhara. So when I know it is sankhara, it's just created, made up, will I see Buddha in that? And the answer is no. It doesn't mean I'm not going there. I'm gone there, but there's no Buddha out for me there. So then I find this feeling is related to the sanya. Because I'm making it as Buddha, so the feeling is arising. If I don't make it as a Buddha, that feeling doesn't even arise. So when I'm able to see like this, that means I am an Adi-Sīla, Adi-Chitta. Got the point? So I made the Saddha and Panya tagged together like a wiring to see what happens. Yeah, it works. Because Saddha on the Dhamma and the Panya is working. So the Sati is instantaneous. So when I stand in front of that statue, or whatever it is, I don't feel anything. I'm just doing a ritualistic, whatever everyone is doing. Let's say we go to that Vietnamese monastery where we went, Ariu and Chirag. I think Ariu was there. No, I think Chirag and Vrinda, I think whoever went, I think whatever went. So do I add anything there that is energizing me? If the answer is yes, then I am not yet there. If I am seeing the reality as it is, yatha bhuta, as it is, then I find two startling differences. One conventionally, one unconventional. It's got nothing to do with what people say. And you see it's fake. The emotions which are coming is fake, completely fake. It depends on sankhara. The preparation or volitions or intentions or whatever you want to call, formations, whatever the language you want to use in English, but sankhara. So the vijnana, the consciousness, is showing up something which doesn't even exist. I'm seeing Buddha. Oh, where on earth can I see Buddha? I can see Dhamma, that's correct. But what about the Buddha? No. Then I know that I have still to travel. What's missing? Adi-Sīla is missing. Completely missing. I'm not having Sīla problem, but I have no Adi-Sīla. Okay, that's the thing what I... So, Sabba Papasya Akaranan is Adi-Sīla. That's why I'm here in the Dhamma. Because from Dhamma, I can learn to be in Adi-Sīla, not because of Buddha, because of Dhamma. Right? Because Dhamma is a nature. And Buddha found out the nature of everything, nothing to do with Buddha as such. Yeah, he is the founder, agreed. He found it, he discovered it, fair. But what did he find? He found the Dhamma for Jara, Vyadi, Marana. Birth, disease, aging, disease and death. So, Kusala Upasampada. So, I need to be in second jhana. For doing what? For development of the mind. To remove the karma. Because that gives rebirth. It's like somebody in the cesspool. So, you have to come out of the cesspool. Sigh of relief. Oh my God. I was in cesspool. I didn't even know that I'm in cesspool. When I come out of the cesspool and somebody gives me a bath, and I see, oh my goodness, this is horrible. When did it happen? So if I see that, it's Adi Chitta. So now I've learned, Sikha is to learn. So I've actively learning it by bhavana, development, bahulikata, continuously doing it. Okay. Then Sachitta Pariyodapana. This is where the Panya I was short-circuiting, right? So the Panya is happening. The Four Noble Truths. Etena Buddhana Sasanam. And this is the dispensation of the Buddha. So from a Putu Jhana, I'm transformed to an Arhat. And that's the end of the journey. So these 4 lines of Dhammapada explains step by step. So first, Adi Sīla, Adi Chitta, Adi Panya, result. Okay. Now, when I come to the Adi Sīla, then I have to go to KP2 to understand what Buddha is saying there in terms of changing the attitude so that I don't come back here. That's the Adi Sīla, right? It's not about coming back to human existence. Coming back to human existence, I can do 5 Sīlas. And Sotapanna is a good place to be. If my objective is beyond a Sotapanna, I'm not looking at Sotapanna as my target at all. For me, the target is Abhasara. And that's it. I don't want anything lesser than that. Because that's my home. Simple as that. So why should I settle for less? Why should I be in the Kamaloka, which is Mara? I want to escape Mara. If that is what I'm doing, then I have to go through KP2. It's Dasa Sikkhapada. Why it helps? It helps in Adichitta. Okay, because it teaches me Anumattesu Vajjesu. So it creates Hiri and Ottappa so that I don't do any mistakes. Got the point? So if my objective is to be a Sotapanna, then I don't have to do anything extraordinary. Just be with it. Be with it. 5 precepts. Just be with it. Don't do anything. If you break it, fix it, break it, fix it, that's it. Over. No problem. You will get next life filled with happiness. Meaning you'll get anything you want. You wish and that happens. You wish it happens. You wish it happens. Okay, that's all. So for food, food, shelter, clothing, medicines, which are the 4 requisites, there's nothing in this world for that person to suffer. He gets it in abundance. Not just he gets it, in abundance. Better than any normal worldling, any normal human being. You don't have to put effort at all. The brilliance, or rather say, the knowledge, expertise which are required, which has got brilliant knowledge. So that would be there. Health will be very good. Wealth, money and etc. position will be good. Family will be extraordinarily good. So that person in Kamaloka can be enjoying the highest, so to say, if he is Sotapanna. It's there in the Sutta itself, that between a normal one and a Sotapanna. Okay. Anyway, So this is all about it. Now, my condition, I've put a goal that I don't want to be just a Sotapanna. That's not my objective at all, because there's no point in coming as a human being and surviving for 80, now we are in 80 to 100 years max, and then as the world goes to corruption, and then you might not be able to survive for long. So can I find an existence which is far better? Okay, for that I need to do one additional in the bodily thing, is Brahmacariya. Okay, why is this important to me? It's because I didn't have sexual in Abhasar. As my greed increased, so the body became gross. A certain point in time, the same being became two kinds. One which had a feminine kind of an existence or body, and another one a masculine kind of existence. And during that period, I started staring at the other being and getting attracted by its different look. And that's how I started my experimentation, which is called as sex. So the consciousness started to reproduce into this living, because those beings which come down require some place to start. So the womb existence became a reality. Now, having understood it, I don't have to be there. I don't want. So what will cut it? What you started. What I started. Looking at the other side. Don't look. Because that memory is there. So you keep on looking. Cut the memory by not looking and see the danger. So Adhinava is danger. So I started seeing danger. The danger is, if I keep on looking at feminine, I feel like entering back into the womb. No, I won't. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to talk to a feminine, females. I will do that. They are just beings. There's no female. There's no woman. It's just a body. There's nobody there. It's just a house with nothing inside. Right? And if I want to call a woman or a girl or whatever, it's only that the body doesn't have the male part. If I were to call as a male, then that is missing. And hence it's called a female. But actually there's nothing called female, because there's nothing called male either. It's just being, living being. So if I bring it to the living being state, then the kama chanda, which is basically on sexuality with sensual experience, will go away. It's not suppressing. It's not that I need to masturbate, or I need to do something, or I need to suppress it, or do something like that. No, nothing. Nothing. No playing with my own body parts either. So, when I see the danger itself will make me not to interact with it. Okay. Adhinava. So then I get Nissarana. That means some sarana is going around there. Nissarana is coming out of it. So now the third one interrupts the sexual gratification. Let's say I'm watching pornography a lot. A lot means a lot. Now 10 videos I watch in a day, and then slowly I understand that the consciousness is getting established in new bodies. So I want to cut it off. So I'll not give food any longer. Few days it will be painful that not having that food. So the craving will start saying that, I need it, I need it, I need it. I'll look at the danger, look at the danger, look at the danger. And then Bhaya Dasavi. So I saw the danger of this act. I'm not having any sexual intercourse with any woman except for pornography. And then I stop it. It makes no sense. So after a while, there's no masturbation. Because that psychological happiness is removed. So I don't feel anything now. Okay? So that interrupts sexual gratification. So that's the one which I'm going to implement. Earlier it was only Kamesha Michachara as being a Sotapanna. Now I don't want to be a Sotapanna. Being means say that I don't want to settle down as a Sotapanna. No, that's not my objective. I want to go back home. I'm tired, so I want to go back home. So I cut this. Then the Sura Mere anyway I've done, so there's nothing to worry. And then the false speech I've taken care, which was there and there also. Here I will ensure it doesn't happen. Then the sixth one, what does it do? Vikala Bhojana. Remember, when I was in Abhasara, there was no need to eat. It was Piti Bhattika. I was eating only the joy. I didn't have to eat the solid food. Now I see, can I practice this? Piti Bhattika. How through what? Just watch the breath. Just keep on watching breath continuously. Continuously. The food intake slows down. So then I can practice 2 meals. Then I can practice 1 meal. Because that much is what I'm going to get hungry. Because I'm not eating for fun. So the act of this Bhojana Matyanuta automatically happens. So the sixth one interrupts dependent upon the external taste. Because I want to taste internally, Jhanas, not external. Not at all. No continental, no Chinese, no this, no that. Yes, I don't mind eating it, I love it, but not indulge in that. Food is a food. Because I remember what Buddha's words are. It is Piti Bhattika. Bhatti means rice. Piti is joy. The food is joy and abhasara. But why am I eating this kind of food? Which is stale. It corrupts, right? So if you see, if you prepare food, after some time, it's odd smelling. It shows there's no taste in it, actually. It's nutritious for the body, but what about the taste? Okay, so Vikala Bhojana Veramani Sikkhāpadam Samadhiyami. So I'll first stop the snacking, because that is what creates Kamachanda. And then I will start eating the breath watching. It's a nice thing, nice food. So then it slows down. So it comes to parasympathetic. When it comes to parasympathetic response, the vagus nerves get activated. When the vagus nerve get activated, you get digest, rest and digest. So you don't require too much of indulgence. So you are now the owner of autonomous nervous system. You can decide when sympathetic should work, it will work. You can decide when the parasympathetic should work, it will work. Because you have caught the breath on which parasympathetic, sympathetic response is. But the point. So that's what I'm going to do. The next one is simple Nacha Gita Vadita Visuka Dasana. Now, this is an entertainment. Now, that was an entertainment then, so don't think it's just for that old-timers people. It is music, dance, to YouTube videos, to movies, to anything, including Instagram and Facebook, etc. One second. So now that any entertainment, including Instagram, Facebook, this, that, or whatever entertainment, why? Again, abhasara is unconditioned joy. This is conditioned joy. Right? If I'm doing a dance, watching a dance show, it's entertainment, but it's conditioned. It's just stays for how long? Few minutes. If I'm watching YouTube, few minutes. If I'm watching Instagram, few minutes, Facebook, or whatever it is. Then I realize that to get the same thing, I will not be seeing the same thing anyway. Meaning, if I'm seeing one dance show and then the next dance show cannot be the same, I require something else. So I see this boredom between two. One I see, and the same thing I can't see. Like I want to hear to one song, but I can't hear it again. It should take some time. And I see a common factor. Sex is also same. If I have one time intercourse and then I can't do it again, I require some time for the craving to kick up. But then you can't do the same thing with the same person. It's just like playing the same song again and again. Because sex is also an entertainment to the mind. And I say, okay, these two are interlinked. So if I give Brahmacariya, then the Brahmacariya also should be on this. Nacha Gita Vadita Visuka. Enjoying that. Dasana. Because it's seeing. So I cut it. So with these two going off, that is Abrahmacharya and this seventh one going off, only thing that is left over is glorification of oneself, which is Māla, Gandha, Vilepana, Dharana, Maṇḍana, Vibhūsana. What happens? Let's take the current scenarios. I'm director of engineering, that is Vibhūsana. Right? I'm promoted. In fact, I was director of engineering few years ago. That was a fact. So that's a Vibhūsana. Okay, Maṇḍana. Maṇḍana means you expose it. You keep on saying, I am this. Let's say I join a company as vice president. So I project it. You're talking to a vice president. Right? And that vice president is a Vibhūsana, adornment. Okay. But for which I need to showcase myself like that. So I wear a suit, I wear a tie, I wear this. So I wear my image, right? That's what we say. You have to wear your image. So what's the image? Vice president as the image. So dharana, I take it. Right? Māla, at that time people used to put Māla. Even in India, they put Māla. That doesn't mean that today's world is a Māla. Māla means you are recognized. So WWDC, Worldwide Developer Conference, happening in wherever in America. Okay. Now I go there. Now what happens? If I go to Cupertino, what happens? And I've been the best developer. I have so many apps under my name. I have got patents. What happens? Glorification. So Māla, Gandha. Gandha doesn't mean the perfume. Yes, it is perfume, but you have another perfume than that perfume. Ego. That's the perfume of any person is myself. I am. Right? Māla, Gandha, Vilepana. You put it on yourself. Dharana, Vibhūsana. Okay. So when I used to go to Las Vegas for the user conference, this is exactly what is to happen. If I go to WWDC in Cupertino, or if I go to some other place, it would mean the same. I'm not saying we shouldn't go. You go. But you know for sure this is a fake thing. It's a fake identity. It's a fake ID. Right? So then we explain the product, we explain the services, what we do, etc., etc. So when I'm introduced to people, what they introduce? They introduce that he is director of engineering of this product line. So then they call my name. Hey, Vilas, come. There are customers asking on the ERP. Since I'm from ERP segment, so they ask on ERP. So I answer, how do we develop? What is the architecture? How does it work? How do we do this? How do we do that? That's fine. That's absolutely fine, provided I don't take it to be real, literal. Then I have put on that dharana, taken myself to be an engineering director. So nice. Then tie, I keep on playing with it. And the ego, so I go very broad shoulder and etc., etc. And that kind. And then I'm getting a reward. So I'm getting an award for excellence. So a 20-month project delivered in less than 10 months. Let's say through Agile. So then they say, Vilas is the person who implemented it. Let's congratulate him, and here is an award for you. Not that I shouldn't take an award. Yeah, you take, but don't take it as yours. That's the only difference. Not that I shouldn't have it. Yeah, you can have it. Absolutely, you can have it. But don't put it inside you that Māla, Gandha, Vilepana, Dharana, Vibhūsana, Thana. Don't take it. So I decide, hey, you know what? I want to get into Anagami. So this is a blocker for me. I'll not do it. And in Las Vegas, I was staying in MGM Grand. So they have huge beds. So can I sleep on the floor? No, nothing like that. But don't take the Ucca Shayana Mahashayana. You abstain. What does that mean? It's not physical abstaining. Yes, it is true that you have to physically also abstain, but more important is the mental. Buddha Dhamma is mental, not physical. If it is physical, it is Jain Dhamma than Buddha Dhamma. This is what we need to understand. Okay. If you keep it in the mind, it comes to the body. If you keep it in the body, it doesn't come in the mind. That's what Buddha says. But Mahavira says, or Nigantanatha says, yes, but controlling the mind is not easy, so I will develop practices which are body related. So Kaya Danda, Vachi Danda, Mano Danda. Fair. That is fair. So you decide what you want. You want a mental training, which is bhavana and bhaulikata of the mind, chitta. You're tuning your chitta, you're cleaning of the chitta. It's chitta visuddhi. Buddha Dhamma is Sīla visuddhi, chitta visuddhi, etc. It's not kaya visuddhi. Okay. It doesn't matter on what you sleep, but it 100% matter with what mental quality you sleep. It doesn't mean that you can't go to office. No, you can go to office. Absolutely, you can go to office. You don't have to quit your job and become some stupid joker. You don't have to do that. Do it knowing you're doing for livelihood. Just for livelihood, that's all. You just want to complete this journey. Whatever is given, you do it. You don't want to work, fine, fair. But don't say, I quit the job because of Dhamma. Bullshit. That's not true. It's not there like that at all. So we would be misrepresenting Buddha by saying that. He never said that Samma Ajiva itself is not there. It's there. In fact, out of the Noble Eightfold Path, one of that is Samma Ajiva. Right livelihood or proper livelihood. So be clear on what you are trying to do. Because that becomes a hindrance when it comes here. When you get confused with this. No, your objective is Rupa Jhana. So don't do anything that will get into Kamaloka. That's correct. Don't do that. And the body doesn't go to Rupa Loka anyway. The mind goes. So it's tuning the mind or training the mind, not the body. Body can't be trained. Yeah, body, you have to develop it for health. But beyond that, you don't have to do anything extra. So, Ucca Shayana Mahashayana. Abstaining from high and luxurious beds. Yes, if your job gets you there, take it. But if the job doesn't get you there, don't do it. Don't go on luxuries, searching for luxury. That's different because that is mental creation. You're taking what is given. If the company gives me MGM grand stay, I can't say, no, I want to sleep on the road in Las Vegas. It makes no sense. So I will sleep in the bed assigned to me, but not taking internally that I am so privileged, I'm so honored, I'm blah, blah. That is not there. Clear. But I will not seek for high beds. I personally will not seek for high beds. Another example I could give right now is that I have a business class ticket. Fine, fair. There's nothing wrong with it. But I want to go into business class. That's not okay. That shouldn't be the case. But for medical reason or for any other reason, you have to go to the premier economy or the business class. Fair deal. Because mentally you are not aspiring for it. You are looking at more of the productivity rather than anything else. More of what you should have than anything else. Then it's fair. And I say, as a director of engineering, I can fly business class. And the company says, please fly business class. So I book business class. From Bangalore to New York will cost me around 5.5 lakhs or 550,000 Indian rupees today. So they say, please go. You have to go in that. I say, okay. But I'm not doing this because mentally I don't have any distinction between economy, premier economy and business class, because all that I'm going to take is for next 22 hours flight. So I don't care. So if I'm flying from Bangalore to Frankfurt or Bangalore to Heathrow, from Heathrow to New York, that's what I'm going to do. If the company has provided me the economy, I'm not going to complain that, oh, you bullshit guys, you are giving me economy. No, doesn't matter. Economy or business class, your travel is only 22 hours. Doesn't matter which class you go. It's not about saving money. It's not about stinginess. It's about looking at it's just for sustenance. So if you can sustain, do it. If you have back pain, if you have knee pain, or you have knee surgery done and you need to stretch, then book premier economy or business class. It's worth it. Why? No point in troubling your body. So don't do it. So use Yonisamanasikara for what it is. And know for sure that your idea is not to get back here. Right? That's the basic goal I would have put. Then the last one is Jata. That means if I want to have silver and gold, Rajata, silver. So, should I use currencies? Yes. Supposing I say from today I don't want to use currency, then who should feed me? Now, why it is said then? I undertake the training of abstaining from accepting gold and money and jewelries, etc. Why it is said? Because it incites passion. But if you have to use it as a convenience, just use it. It's mental. Please remember, Buddha explains that beautifully in Upali Sutta, the discussion between the Jain householder and Buddha. Beautiful one. I think it is an MN 54 or something like that. You should go through it and understand that it is so deep what he says. Otherwise, we get confused. So, these are the 10 I'm not going to do. 4 things I'm not going to do if I am getting there. One is sexuality, that is Brahmacariya. Then I am not going to take Vikala Bhojana, the Nachagita, Uchchashayana, Mahashayana, and the gold. The remaining 5, I'll be doing this 5. Sorry that I said 4, it is 5. So this 5 I'm incorporating with the other 5, and that makes me Adi Sīla. Clear? Now, with that being there, Adi Chitta, because this establishes Indriya Samvara, Bhojane Matyanutta, Jagariyana Yoga, Sati Sampajanya. So, I am in first jhana. Because it's Savitakka Savichar. On what? Breath. What else? Because instead of this Bhattika, I am doing Piti Bhattika, which is through breath. In breath, out breath, I am having Piti. Got the point? That's all about it in terms of this. So, Sabba papasa akaranan kusalasa upasampada sachitta pariyodapanan etena buddhana sasanam. There are other 184, 185 I wanted to cover, but maybe I'll cover it on Monday when we meet up. But if you have any questions for now, I can do it, and then Monday we'll finish the other things and get into Vipassana as well from Jhana. Try it out between Saturday and Sunday. That's the reason I wanted to keep it to first Jhana, so that you can appreciate and see how it automatically get established in first Jhana when these things are taken care. No questions from anyone? Yes, go ahead, Harry.
Thank you. That's a small question. Maybe you covered this, I've maybe missed, but This Maṇḍana and Vibhūsana, what's the difference in real terms?
There's no much English word. We have that in Kannada also. Okay, like, in Hindi or in Sanskrit, now we have Padma Vibhūshana as a thing which is given by Government of India. Now, if you want to explain that in English, it becomes very tough. So let me give a best try. Vibhūshana is recognition beyond compare. You want to put to the whole world that this person is like this. That's Vibhūshana. Maṇḍana is that you self-proclaim it. They both would almost mean the same. One is the self and another one is recognized. Both are part of recognition. One is you recognize it yourself, that I'm such and such person. And the world also says that he's such and such person. So, Vibhūshana. So, they call on the stage and say, we are giving Vibhūshana to him. Bhūshana is to decorate. Vibhūshana is to completely decorate, completely deck him up, deck the person up.
Thanks for explaining. I guess, for example, let's say I want some luxury, I'm a female, I have some luxury bag with me. So that's Māla on one side, because I'm doing this on myself and I'm doing Maṇḍana.
You remember myself, Vrinda, you and Chirag, we went to that store where there were bag or whatever was there. She wanted to look at it. Supposing she buys that and she's carrying it, she carries an attitude, right? That is Maṇḍana.
And that itself is dharana.
Yeah, you should have all of that, and then you are in that state.
So this sixth word is the first three, the mean, like the Māla and this
Gandha.
Gandha, and for the purpose of dharana, Maṇḍana and Vibhūsana. So that's the goal.
Yeah. See, Māla in simple terms is to recognize. I want recognition is Māla. Gandha is perfume, but it's actually scent. So each one of us have a scent. So we stay with such people. So we say we are elite. That's a scent, right? We are elite class. So you create classes. So I'm this class. So like here in Bangalore, we have certain row houses, big one, huge one. And we know from that row house that it is of CEO or some CEO or somebody staying in huge mansions. Okay, so the expectation is that when I meet such a person, I give him respect, right? So how does he do it? He will showcase it. Vilepana. Lepa is to apply. Vilepana is to completely apply. So I apply it.
The first two is to apply on oneself.
Yes, yeah.
That's the word almost. To apply, not makeup, like all that stuff.
I'm making a mental makeup, right? Everything is mental. See, what has happened is that people have brought it to physical. But it is mental. It's a mental makeup. So when I go out, I want people to recognize me. I want them to see me and say, oh. So let's say I'm on flight with Sundar Pichai. Okay, and I don't know who is Sundar Pichai. And then the air hostess comes and says, hey Sundar, how are you? So that becomes recognition. What he does with the recognition will qualify for this Māla, Gandha, Vilepana, like that. Or I have dinner with Tim Cook, let's say. So what is my feeling? That's the question. Like I have dinner with Sadhguru. Sadguru, what he feels is secondary, but I'm feeling all of this. Māla, Gandha, Vilepana, Dharana, Maṇḍana, Vibhūsana. Yes, go ahead.
So I guess logically, you start cutting sex, which is the heaviest, and food is the most basic, and then what's left is sensual and self-promotion. And if you cut all those, then only possession is left. So you cut that.
Yes.
There's nothing to stay in this mind.
So when you do this 10, you are Anagami. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Sure. Go ahead. There is nobody else. Nobody is raising, and Bobby is gone in oblivion. I don't know what happened.
Just on the last one, can you give, you gave a good example of using them, but can you give a little bit more details on how to deal with money as a lay person in terms of mindset?
No issue is there in Samyukta Nikaya, Digajanu Sutta. It says, don't be a miser and don't be a spendthrift. Right? You be perfect in that. You don't have to be a miser. You develop. You develop the 5 things and then be with it. So shouldn't I take money? Yeah. For what are you using? That you know. That's it. It's for using, not for amassing. And at the same time, it's not for throwing it.
So that's a Sīla. It seems like it's for monks, for a layperson aiming that goal. The mentality should be the same. You're not
exactly the mentality is the same. Physically, he might let go of it. In fact, there is a Dhammapada verse where he says, just for the sake of putting clothes, if you become a monk, I call them no monk. No bhikkhu, na bhikkhu. Many people have this mad idea that they have it in the mind, but they will showcase as though they're very modest. That is bullshit modesty. No, that's not at all. Modesty is you're really modest. You're really humble, not you're pretending to be humble.
Yeah, I think the idea is that if you ever think you're modest, you're already not modest.
Yes, exactly. So you're doing your best to be modest. Yes, Madhukarji.
No, good morning,
sir.
What I understood and what I'm seeing is since long is that address the needs, but there should be no arising of wants. So that's
all it is.
And another thing which I noticed is, and observing it practically, because nowadays I don't see the Dhamma and all those things is for the listening to the tape recorder or recording or reading the books, but it is practically visible, very well observed and replicable, definitely. So all these 10 Shīlas are not to be a rule of following one by one. It's not a chronological.
Correct.
If you take a benefit of one, the all 9 will automatically get benefited, but you don't notice it. Your level of recognition or identifying it. Suppose if I don't want to kill someone, even that much mental development will definitely give at least 1%, 5% benefit to all other Shīlas also. Of course, we may realize it later on. Okay, I notice, okay, now I don't want to sleep on the high bed. That is the byproduct. So all these 10 Shīlas are some people they go extreme to one Sīla. Okay, that's not called beneficial. You just take a benefit of one. You are a beneficiary of all the Shīlas. But of course, till it comes to your recognition, it may take us some vision, some visualization, some seeing within the mental development. That's what I take it. Can you correct if it is
No, it's
something
perfect. It's perfect. Actually, everything grows. So you have to keep on looking at how it is growing. So sometimes one will not bring the other unless you
Correct.
watch it.
Correct.
And once you watch it, see, first thing is that you need to have a very clear objective. What you want to be. What is that you want from this life? Not out of imagination, not out of forcing yourself. What exactly do you want from this life? So I want to be an Anagami. That's my objective, boss. That's all. If anybody asks me, what is your Anagami? So you want to be an Anagami, leave what is required for Sotapanna. Yes, sir, I'm willing to leave that. Leave what is to be done for Sakadagami. Yes, sir, I'm going to leave that. And only work for Anagami. Yes. So then you follow Adi Sīla, Adi Chitta, Adi Panna. Simple. Just do it. Don't bother about anything else. It will take you there. Once you are there, only one step left between an Arhat and you. You decide whether you want to be an Arhat in this life or not. And that's it. It's so simple, so straightforward. But keep the first goal perfectly aligned. This is where I want to go. Work towards it. That's a path. So Noble Eightfold Path is the path. You just follow the path. Nothing needs to be done. Just follow the path. And you will reach there. Because the first two are Panya, the next three are Sīla, the next three are Samadhi. Out of the Noble Eightfold Path. So you just follow what is required. Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanto, Samma Ajivo. Keep it. Samma Ajivo. Don't throw it away, saying that no, I don't want livelihood. No, please. Please have livelihood. Have a proper livelihood, not just livelihood. Proper livelihood, which is appropriate. Do it. Then look at the other two. Samma Kammanto, Samma Ajivo. Samma Vacha. Keep it. Once that is completely done, you throw it. Done. Now you are with Samadhi and Panya. So Samma Vayamo, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi. Achieve it. So you are Anagami now with these two being. So Samma, that is, if you do this Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanto, Samma Ajivo, your Sīla is done. If you do the Samadhi portion, then you are an Anagami. So first one took you Sotapanna. The second one taken as an Anagami. The third one, Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappo, will get you Arhat. So done. What has to be done? Just follow the path.
So even sometimes even the thought of word of Anagami also gets abandoned.
Yes. So here you just put that. You just put that.
So that also, thinking of that also, that thought also stopped coming, because that also is a want.
No, you put it. No, don't do the other way around. There's one sutta where Ananda is asked, oh, you want to say you should throw the chanda and then the chanda.
No, that work is on. That work is.
Have it, but don't get obsessed by it.
Yes.
So you put the goal that is required. Chanda mulaka avuso sabbe dhamma. So
yeah, that is it.
That you put it. But don't get obsessed. The moment you get obsessed, then you are in samsara. No obsession. Yes, I need to be an Anagami. Yes, I'll put there. Yeah, I need to be an Anagami. So I keep on watching. Oh, I need to be an Anagami. I need to be an Anagami. I need to be an Anagami. So then I will practice all of that which takes me to Anagami. That's my goal. So I would do that. So out of Noble Eightfold Path, I will work out on Samma Samadhi, because that is what takes me to Anagami. I will do it. Okay, so good to go then, or oh yes, Bobby, yes, there you go.
Sorry, Vilashi. See, I heard like you are talking to, answering one question to Aryu, that about Mala, Gandha.
Mala, no, Mala means shit, Mala.
Mala, sorry. Okay, Mala. And it is with recognition and the Gandha. So can you please, I just missed that, can you please say that again?
But if you, but if you come on video, I don't know what happened to your video.
Actually, I was outside, but I can come. Yes, just one second.
Yeah, without seeing your face, how can I say Mala, Gandha, Vilepana, all that?
Okay.
Oh, you are on walk. Oh, good.
Yes. I'm on a bush walk.
So actually, all the samsara is a Mala only.
The samsara is Mala, but it is not, it's Mala. So the thing is like this, Bobby. One thing is, it's not physical, it's also mental. So how do you put Mala? You garland someone, meaning you recognize someone, right? So the Mala, Gandha, Vilepana, these three important things have to happen in anybody's life. So you are called on a stage, center stage. I need it. I want to be called on a center stage. So I want to be garlanded, Mala. Gandha, I have a scent. So CEO scent and this scent and that scent, and I stay with those people. So we call that as scent. Okay, in mental, not physical. Physical scent is different. So Buddha Dhamma is Chitta Visuddhi, not Kaya Visuddhi. So you need to be very clear on that. Otherwise, we are going to cross-secute it. Now let's finish the mental stuff. So Mala, Gandha, Vilepana, I project it. Now I feel proud. So I am putting that like I am let's say I'm from North America. So I feel that. That is Vilepana. Lepana is to apply. Vilepana is to completely apply. So I feel I'm staying in that forever. Mala, Gandha, Vilepana, Dharana, I take it. Now I am that personality. So what do we talk in corporate? You are that attitude. Your CEO attitude has to come out. Your business acumen has to come out. That acumen has to come out, right? And you have to stand out of the crowd. If you go to any forum, you will learn these concepts. You should be standing out of crowd. Okay, sheep culture. You should be out of sheep culture, etc. is dharana. Once you have these first three, the dharana happens, then you get Maṇḍana. You project it so much to the outside world. I am this, I am this, I am this, I am this. And Vibhūsana happens. So you call that person, you ask him to talk, and he becomes a speaker. So he glorifies the audience, and etc., and he departs. So if I am a friend of such a person, I will feel all of this. That's the reason I gave an example that, let's say, I am a Tim Cook. Now he's going and somebody is taking in his seats. Let's say he is CEO of Apple. I have a dinner with him. I feel privileged. That is Mala, Gandha, Vilepana, Dharana, Maṇḍana, Vibhūsana. Because of all the employees, I am called. Dinner with Sundar Pichai. So same experience. One with Google, one with Apple. Because I love both the companies. So that itself is Mala, Gandha, Vilepana. Working with Google is the best thing. Second, Mala, because I'll be garlanded. Work as work is Samma Ajiva. But this one is not. This one takes me into this existence. So if I want to do Adi Sīla, then I have to drop it off.
Yes, it's beautiful, Vilashi. I never thought this aspect to this particular precept, the mental side of and it is. Have you said this before?
No, no. Now I'm taking all of this because I practice what I say, but now I got experience with so many people. Now I thought I have to go to the basics.
Yeah, this is one important thing, that precept of adornment and all these things. But it has the mental aspect of it. It is very good way to reflect on it, so that it is very helpful in the practice.
Yes.
So, thank you, Vilash.
Sure. Just like Bobby, before I conclude, staying with Shaniel is a CEO of Bricks, Half Bricks. And Half Bricks is renowned everywhere. Okay. So now I'm sharing bed with him or at his house. Isn't that Māla, Gandha, Vilepana, Dharana, Maṇḍana, Vibhūsana?
Yeah, when I think like this now, it is definitely yes. Because even when I go to India, if I say somebody, my nephew about Shaniel, I can see his face, like he was, oh really, and see, he was so excited about that, when I say I know him. So definitely that this type of mental qualities are working.
Correct. You might not be recognizing, but your nephew would be so excited to meet him.
Yeah.
Right, so that's what it would mean.
Is it this type of explanation is there anywhere in the Suttas, Vilashi, or any?
No, it is there in Upali Sutta. Actually, you should understand what is he saying. If you understand Buddha Dhamma, then you will not go to that extreme. It's there in Upali. He says, Kaya Danda, Vachidanda, Manodanda. Which one do you take? He says, we take Kaya Danda, Vachidanda, Manodanda. And Buddha says, my dispensation is Manodanda, Vachidanda, Kaya Danda.
Yeah, I definitely remember reading that. It is Jain disciple.
Exactly, but we are following Jain by saying that I'll sleep floor, but mentally I'm sleeping, right?
Yes.
Just putting my body down is not going to do anything. You don't take it at all. In fact, it is there in MN 77. 5 reasons why you should follow Buddha. That Sakaludai Sutta. He says that I follow you because you eat less. I follow you because you are happy with the robes. Then he says,
I eat a lot. I eat full of the ambol.
My students eat only little grains of rice. So if you say that they follow me because of that, it would not be right. So you should take cues from there. It's not physical, it's mental. It's Chitta Visuddhi, not Kaya Visuddhi. In Mahavira or in Nigantanatha Putta, it is Kaya Visuddhi, not Chitta Visuddhi.
Yeah. So everything what Buddha says, we have to connect it to what is the mental aspect of it.
Exactly, not the physical. You can't just take, I'll not have sex. Bullshit, you're having sex all the mind. Sex is in the mind. What physical is an act.
Yeah. So when you are staring at a lady, what you just said before, you are having sex in the mind.
Exactly. See, it is there in Maṇḍana Sutta itself. He says that I saw, I hear, it's there. You just go through Maṇḍana Sutta, he gives all these 5, whatever I'm saying. Just because you're not seeing a lady doesn't mean that the sex is out of your mind. It is there. It's not pronounced.
Yeah. You're restraining it, in a hard way.
In a very hard way.
Yeah. And the mental thing is still there.
Yes, mental thing is completely there. I'm just showing, see, I don't touch any women. No hugging, please. Sorry. Stay back, no hugging. Why? I'm a celibate. Bullshit. What kind of celibate are you?
So, Vilashi, when you touch a lady or, especially, or if you have to just watch, is there any sensation happening in your body?
Exactly.
And all this?
Exactly. That's the main thing. If I say I don't have a wife, fair. You touch. and see, and she will know what kind of feeling you're dropping her or touch any other woman, and she will come to know. See, like Merin, she would have slapped me long time ago, right? I know very sure she and Anjana goes very well in this. In fact, they both would have slapped me. One from Merin and one from her, because you're passing that kind of your touch is sensual, and she will know it.
Yeah.
So that's all what it is.
Yeah. I think I feel like I'm practicing in that way, and watching the body sensation. After I met you, and when I'm with Merin and all, I can see. So I made a good progress in that. Directly, kind of, if you hug or something, you can just watch what is going on with your sensations or the feelings, and then and it is changing anyway. So it is a real time practice, which I think the monks doesn't have this opportunity of doing this. So maybe in this type of practice, like not that by touching a lady or something, we can directly deal with our defilements, right?
Exactly. Running away is not going to do anything at all. In fact, it is there in there are 5 yodhas. We can take it sometime later. The person gets completely lost. So there are 5 warriors. The first warrior gets lost by hearing itself. The second warrior, he will say, I can withstand. And then the lady comes, he gives up. And the third warrior will say that, I can do much better. She just puts her head on the lap of this fellow and he's gone. And the fourth warrior will say, I can withstand this. So she hugs him completely tight and he's gone. The fifth warrior cannot stand any longer, so he does it. So Buddha says, these 5 warriors are there in bhikkhus as well.
Okay. Which is that? Yodha Sutta?
Yodha Sutta.
Okay. Yeah, I think it is very, very, very interesting, Like even when I talk to Sajal and all, he says this type of experience. He cannot hug it because it might go into some other level.
That means he's already having it. Just by physically not hugging, it's not going to do anything to him, right?
Yeah.
Because ultimately your body, you are keeping it here and going, right? So when I say death, the body is here only. The body is not going to heaven or hell. Body is going to the crematorium or to the coffin or whatever it is. The body, mind is going. So mind will get established. What are you doing with the Patvi, Apo, Vayu, Tejo? Whether you touch it or you don't touch it doesn't matter. What are you touching is the mental state than the physical. See, garlanding, they are doing it to your body, right? They are not garlanding you per se. If they say you are a CEO of a company, that CEO is for what? For this body. But who is enjoying it? It's a mind which is enjoying it.
Mind. Yes. Yeah, it is. Sometimes we miss that, but definitely I can feel that, I'm making some progress in that.
Good.
Whatever, the mental side of it, more and more interested.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody else.
Yeah, Smita wanted to talk. She came even on the video. I don't think so. And then she left. I don't know for what.
Thank you so much, sir. This Māla, Gandha, Vilepana, once I asked the monk, and what he explained to me exactly opposite the physical outer appearance. So thank you so much. Thank you so much that, in detail explaining that, because, many times I think that I'm progressing, and sometimes I feel that, okay, this is also I'm getting an obsession that to attend your class. But every time I gain something, a very different perspective. So thank you so much for bringing out this and clarifying to me, because when I asked the monk that, ask most of the upasikas to do this, uposatha. And then they asked to take this precept also. So, the everyday, like people like us who are working, and we can just simply go, right? So, and I said that in that sense, like we have to put bindi or small little things also, whatever. So it was exactly the opposite interpretation the monk gave it to me, and I was thinking very deeply when you explain in a detail. So everything comes from the mind, and I think that this has given a new perspective to me to think further now. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. So it helped. Good. Yes, Madhukar, go ahead.
Whatever currently the Bobby and the madam said, like doing the practice because we means just not just for technical purpose, we are in the human body. So whatever we talk, whatever we speak, whatever we do, I don't know, but my habit is becoming like that. That it always sees whether there is a what sort of linkage with my mind. So like whatever I'm doing, suppose I'm eating also. So what is happening at a mind level? I'm becoming satisfied, angry, etc., etc. So this watching the things are becoming more and more sharp, more and more alert. So even though I may eat the same spicy pav bhaji, etc., but then I also see whether it is now getting obsessed, whether it is there or not something. So that sort of a version of mental development I'm really learning from in our group with this session. And I think because I'm walking the same road, I'm going out of the home same door, going to the office, sitting on the office chair is the same, activity remain the same, but then the perception is slowly is becoming very observable. I enjoy rather seeing the things and see the thing what is happening in the not only the mind, because I started seeing the mind as a slave. What is happening at the chitta? Because chitta is playing with the three heads. So really, it's good to be seeing oneself, observing the mind how it is jumping here there, and I feel just by seeing that also it really mind becomes a cool calm. It doesn't require any instruction. Once I start seeing it, it just goes on some corner of the room and sits there. So that's really a peaceful state of mind, and I feel that this is what the Upika developing and strengthening itself.
Good.
Thank you,
Good.
sir.
All right. Thank you then. So let's call it a day and meet up on Monday.
Got it. So, Sam, can I ask you one small
Sure. Go ahead.
clarification?
Go ahead.
I mean, as Bobby was mentioning about, like, and you also mentioned about the COE and, unending the manas and all. If we sort of segregate these two things, that we as a meditator and the other person who is a non-meditator. So there is a huge difference, because I also see very similar kind of things where we are surrounded in fact, whether it's offices or any other place. And as you said that, that attitude comes. I think that we can clearly see and segregate the things, but, in this Lokiya world, we need some tag, therefore, as a human being, I mean, where we work or, whatever professions we do. So I think, is that something, it is because we are trying to understand Buddha Dhamma in a thorough manner and trying to practice it. And that would be something which I was thinking. And the second thing, as Bobby said, that the monks, do not have that like lay person to live a life like us and to experience. But I will tell you that many monks, even what Sir is repeatedly saying and giving us the reference in, that only wearing the clothes doesn't mean that they achieved something. So large number of even the monks I came across, and recently also got to know that many monks, even having jiva, are doing the sexual misconduct and this kind of activities. So I think instead of wearing the jiva, I think what we in this life only, if we can practice it, I think that is far better instead of wearing the jiva, because I see that it's somewhere that a step to destroy the Buddha's teaching. Only by
Got it. See, very simple answer I can give you. If you don't have a goal and objective, goal is different, objective is different. So let me explain. Goal means what you really want. Objective is how do you achieve it. Okay, that's an objective. So if I have an objective to be a Sotapanna, then I will work towards it, irrespective of what whoever does, however he thinks or she thinks, it doesn't matter. Whether I'm a lay or I'm a recluse, it doesn't matter, because that's just a designation. It's got nothing to do with what am I doing. In the same way, if I put myself as an Anagami, that's my goal. So the objective is to have that clearly noticeable in me. Okay, if I put that, then nothing can stop me from doing that. Nothing. Because I'll put every resource available to make that happen. This happens, this sexual misconduct to everything with a lay or a recluse happens when they are not clear and they only think they are following Buddha Dhamma, and they don't have any goal nor they have any objective. They don't even know what they are doing. So they only stand to just go to be part of this monastery or go to Bodh Gaya or Lumbini or here, Sarnath, keep on doing that, and that's it. So they don't have anything really changing their mentality. So they don't discern the deeper aspect of these, including the 10 Sikkhapada.
yes,
Even though it says Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami, yeah, Samadhiyami, one of the word is I undertake. How do you undertake? So somebody should ask this question, how do you undertake? Now there's no answer. You go and ask a monk or a bhante, how do you undertake this? He has no answer. What are the steps to undertake this? The first one, Panati Pata Veramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. 2 questions I'm going to ask a monk. Sikkhapada, how do you do it? And how do you get into samadhi? He would say, no, nothing like that. Because he doesn't know. So when you basic thing itself you don't know, so the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body will go everywhere. So they don't have Indriya Samvara. So they are not really following Buddha Dhamma. They are thinking that they are following Buddha Dhamma, which is fine. So if you see anywhere, you will see this. Why? Because they don't have a goal. But if you put a goal, this is my goal, you will do it. Just like our career. We have a goal, we have an objective, we know what we want to do, and we do it, right? We might fail, but we have the goal. And we know when we are failing, why we are failing. Right? In the same way, we come to know here. So we don't have to ask anyone, are you Sotapanna or Sakadagami, Anagami, whatever it is. You will yourself come to know that you have reached it or you didn't reach it. You breached it or you didn't breach it. Right? So you will yourself come to know it. So it's very simple, Smita. There's nothing very big about it. How people have made it very big. No, it's basic. Very basic, and Buddha Dhamma is the most basic. No kind of hearsay things are required.
it's not complicated at all.
Not at all. It's just straight road. No winding.
Made it complicated.
Yeah.
This question which I raised to the monk, it's long time before about the Māla, Gandha, Vibhūsana, and the way you explain and the perspective, it's amazing. Thank you.
No problem. Yes, sir.
So today I really understood this morning session. Today I really understood the Buddha's sentence of Bahujan Hitaya Bahujan Sukha. Because I feel that going to the retreat, going to the being a Bhante, of course they have got an advantage, but I think it is a simulated atmosphere of war with Mara.
Correct.
But in Sansara, we are day to day, every breath to breath, hour to hour, we are fighting with the Mara. So this is a real war, and the maximum population is on this side. Of course, one has to realize that we are fighting with the Mara. So this is the best opportunity that the Buddha had given for a Bahujan Hitaya. It's not for Bahujan because, of course, they get a benefited, they etc. But they got a different advantages. But I think we should be feeling very happy to be in a Buddha Dharma as a good warrior and defeat the Mara at a Chitta level and let the mind be free. So,
Very true. Thank you. So let's end then for today. And
I think, I personally, if I consider this class as, sir, with a group of Sangha, what we are discussing about Dhamma, Buddha's teaching and Buddha's Dhamma, whatever we can call. But I think that we are all are lucky to have a sir with us, because I'm so happy that, the day I met sir also. Otherwise, the teachings of Buddha, it would have been, the way it has been misinterpreted, I would have told, and I don't know about the rest of them, but I would say that at least, the complete wrong interpretation which has been told, I would have followed that. So much gratitude to sir, and thank you each one of you, because, it's important to have a discussions where we get the clarity.
sure.
So, sir, next time if I have to go for a retreat to Goenkaji, because one of the relatives they want to go, so that time I will phone you. Yeah, I'm going for the mock drill or the exercise, war exercise. But the real activity is here in the samsara.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Thank you. Thanks for everyone for your time and patience. Thank you. Good day. Bye-bye.